Hello everyone, my name is Djivan Schapira. I am a collectible design artist based out of Union City, New Jersey. I am here with Design Milk for their DMTV Milkshake segment. They've gone ahead and sent me some questions here that we're going to get into, but first of all, a little background about me. I'm originally from France. I immigrated here when I was 6 years old. I studied architecture in college at Parsons School of Design, and I run a studio here, creating all types of different works. I make primarily tables, but also do cabinetry as well as wall art. And yeah, let's get into some of these questions here. What's the most difficult part of your fabrication process? So I primarily work with resin, and so resin is very temperamental. You need to be in complete control of your work environment to yield the best results. And so when working with resin, there's always a final coat, and so that final coat always needs to be pristine. And so, making sure that the environment that you're in is, first of all, adequately temperatured and where the moisture levels are just right, but also clean in the sense that, there's not floating particles that could then land in your piece. And so that, when you're working on a large scale piece can be tricky. And so that's definitely one of the more challenging things is making sure that you don't have to then re-pour a piece because, let's say, a fly flew into it or something. Second question. How do you think about color and texture and how the two work together? So my work is very colorful, and my texture is very smooth. When it comes to texture, I let the resin do its thing, so everything that I produce is very sleek and polished, very glossy. And so the resin, really, highlights the colors that are set under it. And so, I think those two things work hand in hand. And so it's all about, in my opinion, finding the right color palette, that will embellish a piece and kind of cohesively represent something that is, sleek, smooth, and sexy. Third question. What's your biggest creative hope for 2024? I guess I would have to say that it is continuing to work with clients and designers that they themselves are also pushing something that's never been seen before. Being able to flex my creative skills is an incredible thing that I'm very grateful for. And so, I hope that I get to continue to do that in 2024. I also very much look forward to doing larger scale works. I've so far done rather large pieces, but the bigger the better in my opinion. And so when things get larger, it creates new sets of challenges, which to me are interesting and fun to kind of attack. So I hope that this year brings in some more challenging projects. Next question. What piece of yours best exemplifies where your work is heading? I actually happen to have a piece that's just about done. This is a small breakfast table for a private client. This piece actually carries, a bronze wire that's embedded, which is something that you'll see in a lot of my work. But what's a little newer is these pieces that feature this translucent resin here. And so the fact that the resin is transparent allows light to carry through the piece, which adds a certain dimension that I've haven't experimented with too much. And so that's definitely something that I'm going to be doing more of, is letting the subtleties of the colors shine through the resin, but while letting light really do its thing. Some of these pieces that I've been making more recently, such as this one, when there is a certain spotlight hitting it, it creates these wonderful optical illusions on the ground. And so bringing light into consideration is something I'm going to be doing more of in the next couple months. All right, last question. Have you seen anything, literally anything, a movie, a piece of art, an object, natural phenomenon that inspired a new piece? Yeah, actually. So my latest collection, the Solar Sailor collection, is heavily influenced by space era design. So, similar to what designers in the automotive industry were doing during the 60s. These are all things that heavily influenced my line work for that specific collection. So once again, you'll find a lot of soft curves, you'll find a lot of vibrant colors, combinations of materials that together create this sleek and sexy body of work that to me is something that was heavily inspired by this kind of space era during the 60s and 70s. That's just about the amount of time that we have today. I want to thank Design Milk for having me on on DMTV Milkshake. If you're interested in seeing more of my work, please check out Todd Merrill Studio. They're located in TriBeCa at 80 Lafayette Street. They carry a bunch of my work as well as many other wonderful artists. So I encourage anyone to go check them out. Once again, thank you very much. Thanks.